Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another very almost Christmas edition of
Yes,
the Island Church Weekly podcast. We are now 2 days out from Christmas, one day out from Christmas Eve. Pastor Will, how you? First of all, let's just talk. Are you ready for Christmas? Like, are the presents wrapped? I'm guessing you already got your gift from Miss Sandy. You should lie right now and say yes, even if you don't.
I have some things, but I'm not quite wrapped yet. But
Okay,
it used to
I'm
be
in the
that
same place.
my girls, we have these girls, that's what they would do for me. Just wrap for daddy. Let's take this. So now they're wrapping for their own children. And so, but anyway, we're getting there. We're getting ready for our Christmas Eve, which is a big service for us. And then got a meal with some friends afterwards. So that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to that. And then we got family coming in later after post Christmas. Anyway, but you're the ones with the little ones, so is
We are.
Santa
I'm
gonna make a
my
visit?
my wife fortunately is a great wrapper of presents, so she's got most of that done. Dad is known to be a very big gift bag fan. Dad's a big fan of putting stuff in a gift bag and stuffing the tissue paper in. Yeah, it's not the best setup, but it is effective and efficient. So yeah, we're ready for it. We got some family coming in. We got all the family stuff, and yeah, excited for Christmas. Let's talk Island Church stuff though. How was this past Sunday Island Church?
It was another good week. We're in that series on the good news of Christmas. A lot of great news, but one of those is that Christ can bring joy to our lives. When we think about all the challenges of the world and things that we hear about, and people struggling in many different areas, and life does have struggles. But if we know Christ in a personal way and have confidence in that, and we have a growing, dynamic, authentic relationship with Him, that really can be a source of joy for our life. And so we think about the announcement. We talk about the announcement of Jesus, and then the reality or recognizing Jesus when he came, and we talked about that this past week, and then the responding to Jesus. How do we respond? And some responded and some did not respond. Of course, Herod was trying to kill him, but that didn't happen. And so how do we respond? Anyway, we just talked about the joy, and so that was it was a good service. Got some good feedback from that, and had some people that come down once a year. We're there this week. We just love our guests that come and that visit with us every year. Somebody said, "Hey, I've been here a bunch of Christmases in a row," and so they come down, and so that's a good thing. And then our people, and then we had some other guests from the community, and particularly some young people that were there with us. So it was just overall a good week. And getting ready, we used the time afterward to get ready for our little gift that we're going to give on Christmas Eve night out to our guest, and some we pulled together after, and there was some dark chocolate involved with that, Matt.
Very cool.
So they wrapped those
Very
things
cool.
up.
That's always the best.
It was a good Sunday. It was good all around, and so it was another good day for us.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we are recording this on Tuesday, a few days before Christmas, day before Christmas Eve. Give everyone an update on what the Christmas kind of event calendar looks like at Island Church.
Well, we've got our Christmas Eve service at 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and we're going to sun will be going down, and at the end of that, we'll do our traditional candle lighting, and we'll light up the room with the candles. But the decorations are in place, things are in place, special music's in place. Alex is going to be playing about 20 minutes before the service, and just it's going to be very good. It's going to be a great atmosphere. We'll probably have lots of guests. If you'd like to come early and help some guests get seated, we'd love to have you help us with that. Some of us can get together about 4 o'clock and help set up some additional chairs and move some things out, get it prepared for the people that will be coming. So you can do that. But would love to have you there and then invite a friend, meet them, or better yet, go by, pick them up, do something like that, and bring them with you. And so we'd love to have them. It's a big time for us, and we want to do a really good job welcoming people, which our church just does a great job with that. So we have that. That's coming up. And then on Sunday, I'll finish up the series on the good news of Christmas. I'm not going to turn off all the Christmas music. Maybe Sandy will turn the music off of Christmas
Yeah.
in terms of our worship time. But I'm going to talk about how do we share the good news of Christmas? What does that look like? And so that's going to be the direction for Sunday. Look forward to that because we get to share the greatest news anyone
Yep.
could ever share.
Yep.
We think about the birth, and you've been through this 3 times. I've been through this 3 times, and the great news of that, and then the grandchildren's for us now, and the birth of that. But we have the birth of the Savior and the great news and what that means for people's lives. And so that's amazing. So we're going to deal with that this coming week. So that's what's on the next on the agenda, and then we look forward to a new year, 2026. We're looking forward to that. It's kind of hard to believe it's here, but it's almost here.
It is. That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, it's also the candlelight service. We've talked about it before, but would just encourage people again to invite someone that's a friend, even if it's just an acquaintance. Maybe it's not really a friend yet. Maybe it's someone who's moved into the condo next door recently, or maybe there's someone who you've run into at a pickleball event or something like that. Just someone who you don't know where they are spiritually, but it's such a great time to just reach out and say, hey, I don't know if you have plans for Christmas. I'd love for you to come with me to our candlelight service. It's a really meaningful event. It's a time that, even if you're not explicitly religious, it's a time that is a prompting for reflection. Lots of folks, even the spiritual seekers or the people who wouldn't say they're Christ followers, it's a time where they're willing to engage. And so I just encourage our people to reach out to those people who, obviously your friends, obviously your family, but also those people who may not be as close, where you're always kind of wondering, how do I help take that conversation to a different level? This is such an easy invite that allows them to come to an event that actually opens up relational conversation. So I just want to encourage our people to take that kind of courageous step, right? Don't be afraid to do it, and just really in a thoughtful way say, hey, I'm not sure what your Christmas plans are, but our church is having a Christmas Eve candlelight service. Would love to have you come with us. It's such a great way to invite and get people to open up a conversation, be that bridge of connection, and let the church be that, which is a lot of what we're talking about with the Bridge of Future campaign and buildings. It's that same spirit behind it, which is how do we create relational bridges to the people on the island in our community. So I just encourage people to do that. Pastor Will, any ways that folks can be praying specifically for the candlelight service, for the end of the year, for everything that's going on in the life of the church?
Well, we just want to pray with gratitude. I think about I just love being the pastor of the church there and pastor with the people and do ministry together, and we're just very thankful. And I think all of us can be thankful, but we're thankful that we have a church that we teach and preach the Bible. We try to live this out authentically. We help people when we all stumble and fall. We pick them up. And so we can just give thanks, because not everyone has this type of church experience, and we can have great relationships. Many of our relationships are very strong in our church. And so they just give thanks, and we're thankful for the way people have served in our church this year. We reflect back. We thank for the people that, in terms of their financial investment in the kingdom work through our church. And if you're at the end of the year still trying to make some decisions, we're a little short on where we are in terms of budget wise for the year. Not radical. We've underspent a little bit too, but they'd like to make up some of that if they can. And then our whole bridge project, the whole thing is about how do we share the good news of Jesus with our community. That's the whole purpose that we're doing the additional facilities. We're going to benefit from it. I'm not going to benefit from the coffee, Matt, because I'm still not going to drink coffee, but we're going to have some great coffee.
All the rest of us will benefit.
That's right. So we would hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas. In my family, I tend to every year make banana pancakes. That's one of our things.
So good.
And I would encourage everyone to keep developing traditions and just get together with some people and enjoy the time together. And so that's kind of what's on my mind, on hearts thinking about just gratitude for this past year and looking forward to the anticipation, all that 2026 is going to bring. We had some drilling on the island with our soil. There's some progress there. We have the mechanical plans done, almost completed. We have the early draft of that. Electrical and plumbing is almost done. This thing's moving along, and we're going to see this building come up, and we're going to see this ministry tool built so that we can reach your family and your friends and people on the island, help them get connected to each other, to our church, and ultimately to Christ. That's
absolutely. Such a great word. And yeah, we're so grateful for the folks at the church and the way that they've stepped up around the building campaign and, getting more on board with the way that God's moving in the community, and just grateful for the year that God's given us in 2025. And as you said, excited for 2026, and it's going to be a big year for Island Church. And so really excited for that. We do wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. When you see this, it might be on Christmas Day. It might be the day before, but yeah, Merry Christmas to you and everyone in your family, your friends. And we will see you back here next week on the Island Church Weekly Podcast.